What's going on? Another episode from the Mind of Bo. Happy Valentine Day weekend to all y'all with Valentines and all that goofy ass shit. No, sincerely, if you got a significant other, enjoy your weekend. What else can I say? Trying to say positive, impactful stuff. I don't, a lot of motherfuckers ain't got enough time this weekend to enjoy it because they got 2 and 3 motherfuckers they got to spend time with. But happy Valentine's Day to all those who got a love in their life. I'm single, so I don't have no pressure, no stress this year. That shit can be stressful. Valentine's Day, it can be stressful, and particularly the stress comes on the man side of it all. Valentine's Day is predominantly a woman's holiday. You ain't never seen a dude nut up if his girl didn't get him nut enough. I mean, this ain't gonna happen. Valentine's Day is a holiday catered to women, so a lot of guys are stressed because they gotta figure out what they're gonna do and where to go, plans, gifts, because you mess up on Valentine's Day, that just could stay on your permanent record for a minute. You don't want to mess up on Valentine's Day. You can mess up like other days of the year, except for birthday. Christmas is kind of 50-50 toss-up. The order of the importance would be birthday and Valentine's Day is probably going to be a dead heat. I wouldn't give one more weight than the other, but because Valentine's Day is that day of showing love and all that, I might give it a slight edge over the birthday. And I mean the slightest of edges because, see, if your girl got friends and they know she with you and she got a man, they gonna probably like, hey, what y'all do? What do he do for you? See, and you don't want to not have a report given on your success. You darn sure don't want your girl throwing out, oh, he didn't do nothing. We just stayed at home. Yeah. See, what you cannot do is look bad to your girl's friends on a holiday like Valentine's Day, because that might be the beginning of the end of y'all relationship. Yeah, they possibly might hate on you so bad that your girl leave you because of that. I ain't saying she will, but you can't do that. If your girlfriend ain't got no friends like that, you might slide through with she just make you feel guilty for a while. But if she got them kind of homegirls she thick as thieves with, and you mess up on Valentine's Day and they ask what happened or what y'all do, and she get that real report, you gonna be in more trouble than you thought of, because not only is she mad at you, now they mad at you. See, when you dating a woman that got friends, close friends, you dating her and her friends pretty much. See, a lot of people don't understand the psychology that you're dating the woman and her friends. Because, see, now you have to kind of keep everybody happy. And it's not the same, I'm not saying the same level of she pleased with you and they got to be pleased with you the same way. No. They just need to see that you doing right by her and they cool. But if you doing wrong by her and they find out about it, you have double trouble on your hand. Because now you got to dig out the doghouse with 2 groups of people. So take my advice. If you ain't went and got nothing, if you a dude and you watching this video and you think y'all love is going to hold it together and you ain't got to go do nothing because y'all so in love and all this, please don't believe that. Please don't believe it. And honestly, some people might have relationships where it's not material based, it's not that kind of stuff, but please do not gamble that you know your woman that well yet. Unless you have done this before and you know Valentine's is not a big holiday for her, do not test the waters on this. Unless you just didn't fell ass backwards into something and you like, oh, my girl didn't trip when I didn't get enough for Valentine's Day. If you know she like that, so be it. You got to get out jail free card. But if you don't know you got that kind of woman, don't risk that junk on Valentine's Day. You should do that like on another day of the year. Don't do that. Because you don't want to be in that kind of problem. And the year just started, so it's a long ass way to go to get yourself out of trouble. But nevertheless, all y'all out there going out to dinners and having to wait 6 hours and shit for a table because restaurants don't take reservations on Valentine's Day. That's the one day they won't take reservations because they know everybody, their mama coming out to eat. So they say, no, we make your ass wait 3-4 hours. Okay, well, y'all enjoy that shit. You better be romantic and try and cook a nice meal at home. Y'all have some romantic stuff at home to save you all that headache and heartache. Sit there for damn 3 hours for a table in a restaurant and food ain't that good. You must be crazy. But I digress. So, we'll talk about something that I feel is important that we should highlight. Stretch marks. Oftentimes people have identified stretch marks as a thing of not being beautiful or attractive. So we all change sizes and the way we are, and women more so than anything else, they probably are more sensitive or aware of the stretch mark situation. You have a baby, you get older, you gain weight, you lose weight, you got stretch marks. In the day and age now of the buy it in the box body, and that's exactly what it is. When I say buy it in the box, like you go somewhere to some doctor's office or somebody who know how to do augmentations, and you getting fix-it-flat shot in your ass, and you getting collagen popped in your lips and breasts pushed out and all. Look here. I would take a woman with stretch marks any day of the week over a chick who done got her whole body out of a box. I am not saying that enhancements are all bad. I'm not saying that. If you feel like, oh, I want, my breasts, I just want them lifted or I want them bigger, I ain't saying that. But when you go into like that extreme, like what Lil Kim did kind of shit, or these like other people, these Hollywood celebrities, when you go to the extreme where you can't even recognize yourself no more, like your booty look like a tugboat, but you got the same thighs you had in 10th grade. Or you got, your lips look like you done sucked a hot comb, and, your breasts, your chin can sit on your breast. Your breast way up here, your chin sits on your breast. When you got all that kind of stuff going on, that's too damn much then. I ain't saying a little touch up here and there. Tummy tucks, the breast lifts, augmentations. I ain't saying that. I'm not talking about that stuff. But when you going for the full court press, when you getting a full 150,000 mile overhaul of everything, no. I don't want that. That's me speaking. I don't want that. There's some dudes out there who want that Barbie doll, Instagram looking type. No. I like a chick that got a natural body that got stretch marks. I would be happy about your stretch marks. Definitely. You know what? I know that junk came real. I know that because you can look at a woman's body and tell her, like, if you're not sure how, if you ever catch a woman wearing a bikini or like boy shorts or something like that where you can see her around her hips and her butt cheeks, look on the side. And if you see like the little lines like that, then that's real. If it looks like she don't have like this butt that just looks like it's not real, it just sits there and it's just like it don't fit her frame, if she got stretch marks, then her body is all natural. But when you see somebody who got a butt and they don't have hips or thighs, but they got a butt, I don't know how you think genetically you can put a fake butt in or on or shoot this stuff in and not attention to your thighs or hips, and I don't think it's natural. If you look at a woman that has a butt, she almost naturally has hips and thighs. Now, you have some instances where a girl might have one of them muscle butts and she don't have thighs, she don't have hips, but she has like straight down hips, but then she has a butt because she works out a lot. So she has a muscular butt, but it's real. But when you got like old Serena Williams type butt and you got like these little big legs they're sitting on, you ain't making it hard for me to, that's a fake butt a mile away. I ain't even got to look that hard like, The first thing I look at when I see a butt that looks unreal is the thighs and the hips. Look at your thighs. Okay, there's no way a butt that big can be on thighs that small. It's genetically not possible. I can show you any woman that has a natural butt. I'm willing to bet you she has big thighs. Plain and simple. I didn't make up the rule, but I know for a fact that genetically that's what it's got to be. So, in wrapping up that commentary, stretch marks are a great thing. Stretch marks are beautiful because it's all natural. You know how they sell like food and stuff where it say all natural, no preservatives? That's what stretch marks are. All natural, no preservatives. That means she got them things honestly. She either was big and got small, or she's small and got big. Either way, it's natural. But nevertheless. Speaking of women, I saw somebody sent me an article where they were telling me a story about this movement that is going forward. I haven't heard about this. I didn't even know this was a thing. So apparently, a lot of people, a lot's going on now with people's sexual, identification, stuff like that. What do you identify as? What do you? And we have all these terms coming out. I can't keep up with them all. I just know it's a lot going on where it's not male, female, gay, bisexual, heterosexual. It's all kind of stuff going on. And I ain't here to judge nobody. You have grown up. You free to live your life, whatever you want to do. Just don't expect me to kind of like know all the stuff because it's too much to remember, and I just don't. I don't profess to be an expert in that arena. But when I hear interesting stuff, I normally don't talk about that whole gender thing. This was just interesting to me. I thought this was very interesting because of the premise of it, and the science part of it is not making sense to me, so I have to address it. So it's an organization, or it's a movement now where, how they focus things about women having menstrual cycles. It's targeted toward women, rightfully so. Women are the only people who can have menstrual cycles. So this new movement now apparently is, they don't want to say women have periods. They want to say people have periods. And the reason they made it, cast a wide net saying people is because you have the transgender community. So more so, women that are converting to men or want to convert to men, but they still have their women reproductive organs. They want the kind of catalyst to be that it's not just women that have periods, people have periods. So if we venture back into science, namely anatomy and biology, I think it's anatomy, yeah, because that's what you learn about the human body. We were taught only females could bear children and have menstrual cycles. So it's not like we're disproving or being disrespectful to people by not including men, but anatomically, men cannot have a menstrual cycle or bear a child. Only a woman can do that. Now, what they are trying to get you to understand or make you think is, or the way they want your thinking to be, is that we don't want you to subject only women to being people that can have periods, but people have periods. No. You can want to be a man and dress like a man, cut your hair like all that. That's your business. But what you cannot do as a man, as an anatomically man, is have a period. See, if you have a vagina and you still technically a woman, you having periods. I'm a dude. I couldn't have a period even if I would have been just wondering what the hell's a period like, which I've never wondered. But yeah, that's not a argument that we can really sit there and say. I know it's the whole we have to include everybody. Some people they were born this way. I get all that. I ain't never said nothing against that stuff. If you do whatever you want to do that pleases your palate with your identity, who you interact with, I ain't never gonna speak against that. That's your civic human right. But this is not accurate what we trying to talk about. See, you want to be a man, but you still got your lady parts and you have a period. So because you identify your mind as a man, if you don't have a man's genitalia, you get a period. So if you ain't a man, you a woman. I don't care what you dressed like and all that. Shit is shit. I didn't make the rules up, but I'd be damned if we learn in science class. Well, if you want to just someday say you want to have a period, and everybody can have a period if they want to, we don't talk about that. No. Everybody can't have a period if they want to. Females have periods and bear children, not men. So, what the fuck? Like, I understand everybody want to do their thing and campaign and jump on this and put their new letter on the shit. It's so many letters now, I can't remember them all. It's a lot of letters. I thought I knew them. They seem like they add shit every new week. Again, I am not bashing nobody for their choices, but people have periods. Scientifically, that's not the case. Women have periods. People is men and women. When you say people, it's not gender bias, meaning it can be a man or a woman that I'm talking about. What men and women can't do is have a period. You have to have a vagina with ovaries and all that stuff for a period. Men ain't got that. If you transitioning to a man, but you still got woman parts, anatomically, I can't say you a man yet because you don't have a man's part. So you getting a period, you a woman. I know it's controversial. People might not like this post. Shit is shit. I didn't make it up. That's the fucking rules of science. But goddamn, we gotta stop with some of this shit now. Come on now. Y'all got all this shit with people that let you say and do what you want to. Now we just taking the rules of science out the window. Like, we want everybody to say they have a period. No, everybody can't have a period. No. Stop that shit. Yeah. Stop it. Trying to think what I will say next. Okay, so this is totally off subject, but again, my whole damn show be off subject. Who gives a fuck? I have a question that to this day I really don't have clarity on, and this goes back to my childhood. And a lot of people identify to this because you had the same kind of rules in your house. Why is it, as a child, you could not go in your mama's living room and sit down and just be in there? Because everybody know, if you had a household like mine, you have the kitchen and the in kitchen dining room or the in kitchen table set, whatever. You have a formal dining room. We had a den in the house, which was like the everyday kind of family living room, and then you had a living room, a formal living room. See, the formal living room was off limits to children. So and it was so damn bad. Like, even when your mama or daddy would be home, you dared not to go in there, motherfucker, just in case something bad happened. And usually, like, in my mom's living room, there's a lot of look like expensive like plates and glass stuff, and it was a white. Was it suede? It was a white. It felt like suede. It's not suede. It was like a white velvet couch. It was like that crushed velvet, white, whatever. I don't know what the hell you call it, but it was one of them long ones. It was a long couch. It had a chase on the end, and it was like white. And she had these tables and a glass coffee table. Like, she had this big damn light that hung from a hook in the ceiling. It was like a chandelier, but it was big. It wasn't up in the air. It hung down to the floor. Like, it was only about 2 feet off the floor. So a lot of ornate stuff in there. So it's not and ain't no TV or nothing in there. There's no reason for you to just be sitting there posted up. But your mama would never let you go sit in that room. Now, see, my mom wasn't like hella strict about it, but if she caught me sitting in there sometime, she'd ask me what I was doing. Because again, the room is not built for a child to be in there. There's nothing in there that keeps a child's attention. I mean, there's no photo albums, there's no radio, no TV. There's nothing in there that should say I want to be in here, because children have to have stuff to entertain them. I used to just go in there sometimes to sit, because supposedly it was this place I wasn't allowed to go, and I would just go sit in there sometime to just figure out. It looked like a fucking room to me, like white couch, okay, furniture, got furniture in here, a floor, big ass windows. You be wondering what the mystery about. I'm like, is it like a fucking candy machine in here with unlimited candy? Like I can't get a chewing, I can get and shit. You be wondering what's so special about this damn room, because you walk by it. So like in my mom's house, you had, I don't know if they did this after they bought the house, but they had a cutout. I think my dad and my mom had this done. So the living room and den are parallel to each other. So there's a cutout in the wall. So you can see from inside the living room, inside the den, and vice versa. And my mom had it like that because we had a big picture window in front of the house. So when my dad was sick before he passed away, he wanted to be able to see, like on the street and stuff, be able to see outside when he would lay in the den. So obviously with the wall there, you couldn't see through that wall, and then the living room wall and then the picture window. So they had that cut out, and then it was just like a big opening where both rooms, you can kind of look over into one another. So you could look into the living room walking in the den, like walking past it. You just look over in there like, I'm going to go in there one day. I to this day don't know what the hell. And I know I have a lot of friends that I know damn well, you go to their house, they ain't allowed in the living room. Hey man, no, we can't walk to the living room. Now it could be like somewhere it's a shortcut through the house to get somewhere else that you need to go. You shit. In a black mama's house, I wish the fuck you would walk through a living room so you gonna take a shortcut. You get your damn brains beat in. I was like, hey man, can we just go to the living room? No man, we can't walk to the living room. Oh shit, my bad. I forgot, like I got a black mama too, dog. I forgot. I was about to get us both fucked up. But I never understood that why the hell the living room was so off limits. Ain't a damn thing that I want to do in there. I'm sitting there probably about 2-3 minutes and be bored and go on about my business. It was just, I was so fascinated because it was so off limits. It's that little, rivalry thing Chills had. Like, you know what? I'm going to go in there. One the damn thing in that room. To this day, I'm like, that was just some shit. Parents like, look, don't go in here and break my good shit. So, because, when you had company, they could come sit in the living room. So the living room was more so the room for when you have people come over, that's where they come in the house. The best room in the house is kind of where they got all this decorative, expensive looking shit. They come in there. But as far as the house living people, that was like off limits. Like if you had a big ass room in your house, you was not allowed to go in and you live there. Go figure that junk out. But I'm sure some of y'all had that same kind of situation with your mom or dad. Goddamn living room off limits. I live in this motherfucker and I can't walk in this one room in the house for nothing. Unless they gave you permission. Go in the living room, get this, don't touch nothing, and come right back out of there. I'm like, what is it, a trap door in the floor? I'm going to fall to this motherfucker or something? Like, I ain't asked no question. I just got the hell on with it. But, so, in the media right now, it's a story. Shit is beyond believable to me. Well, it's two stories. One of them is just like, what? And the other one's like, you just sitting there like, everybody know what I'm talking about. If you are tied in like TikTok and Instagram, stuff like that, the girl with the Gorilla Glue in the hair, it's to a point where can you even say anything after you see stuff like this? And if you haven't seen it, like if you haven't seen the video, you could Google it. It's going to come up for you, but like, grown-ups, these are grown people. See, if these were children, I might be inclined to be like, you stupid as hell. That's about the best I can give you. But a grown-up whole person that's grown, you thought, because you ain't have some almost glue or all about glue, or I don't know about this woman's hair stuff. It's some shit that's like spritz or it's holding spray or somewhere. Apparently you put it on your hair and it hold your stuff down so you can get baby hairs, or like you want to gel it to your head. I don't know. I'm just going by what I saw in the pictures, what I think it's supposed to be. So I done seen female where they will pull their hair real tight or comb it where they got the little baby hair designs, all that, and then they spray this stuff down so it don't move. So it's like a holding spray spritz. So I don't know what the technical call it, but it's called almost glue or something like to that point. This chick didn't have none of this. So she decided to spray some Gorilla Glue adhesive on her head instead. But let me tell you something. When you think it can't be done or that shit cannot happen, it's people out there to prove you wrong. If you go to any home improvement store and they have Gorilla Glue, if you pick it up, they come in. I have used it before on projects that I do home improvement with. It comes in either like a little bottle where you can, like how the old Elmer's glue used to be when we was in school, the bottle where you squeeze the junk out. It comes in that. It comes in a tube, so like a toothpaste tube. It comes in one of those if you're using like some for bigger jobs like that. And now they got an adhesive spray, so it comes in an aerosol can. All of them had the same front logo. They all show you and comment on what types of projects this is good for. First off, it's called Gorilla Glue. The name alone should tell you this shit is pretty damn sticky and holds the shit out your shit. So we to the point now where got Gorilla Glue. I done ran out of almost glue or almost butter. What the fuck ever this shit is called. But I'm trying to keep my shit tight, so she said, and we're going to spray Gorilla Glue in my hair to hold this shit. On the front of the damn package, be it the liquid, the spray, what have you, it says works well on wood, plastic, cement, masonry, pretty much all the shit your house is made of. PVC, which is what most plumbers put in for piping now, white plastic piping. If you look at your kitchen sink, if your house was built after 2000, I say roughly probably 2000, they start going to only PVC, you will probably see white PVC piping. You can use it, like if you want to hold that shit together, it'll work on that. What in the blue mountain fuck in that description of materials screams to you, let me put this shit in my hair? It's called Gorilla Glue, and you use it on shit that your house is made out of. Your house. Like, you liking your hair to a PVC pipe that need to be secured? You liking your hair to two pieces of wood that need to be glued together? Are you fucking surprised that the shit wouldn't come out? I'm like, you put fucking Gorilla Glue on your hair and then talk about, I done had the same hairstyle for a month. I done washed my hair 15 times and it won't come out. Well, I think that's the purpose. See, they call it Gorilla Glue because gorillas are said to have enormous strength. Like they say, hey, if a gorilla hits you, he probably might fucking kill you. If he hits you in the head, he might break your damn neck and kill you. So the selling point is that it has tremendous strength and hold. So in your mind, this should be kind of a, I can't believe I'm thinking this, but I should try this on my hair. No. You don't put Gorilla Glue on your hair. I don't think you I don't think you should be thinking about putting Gorilla Glue on nothing got to do with your anatomy. Now, if you got a shoe sole that then came loose and you want to get it glued back together, that's Gorilla Glue type stuff. But your hair, it's tremendously scary that we have adults walking around on this planet that could think of shit like this and they can like vote and drive cars and have children. That's some scary shit. Because it don't resound in your mind that this is something that probably is not used or should be used for like cosmetic use, like gelling my hair down or holding my hair down. And you try to wash the shit out with some shampoo and conditioner product. I'm like, I saw the story. I thought it was phony. I thought it was like some clickbait. I'm like, ain't nobody put no damn Gorilla Glue in their hair. Honestly, if you don't believe me, you can go check. The video's still on the internet. I did not believe this was a legit story. I was like, ain't nobody put no damn Gorilla Glue in their hair. And I watched the girl video, and when she was smacking her head, I was beyond astonished. And then she had to go to the hospital and get that shit removed. Let me tell you something. I will always, well, let me not say this. I will try to always make sure somebody's okay if they've had a funny situation happen. Like if you somewhere in public and you fall, I might be laughing, but I'm gonna help your ass up. But I'm gonna make sure you ain't like hurt seriously. Like, oh, you broke your damn pelvis or you cracked the vertebra. I'll make sure ain't no serious shit. First thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna ask, you okay? Can you get up? And then when I can see you up and mobile and see like shit like going okay, oh, I'm giving it to your ass then. Don't be a friend of mine. I'm giving the whole thing. I'm gonna be crying blood. I'm gonna be laughing so goddamn hard. But if you heard of some shit, I'm gonna probably lay off that shit for a while till you get better. But I try to not judge people based on things they've done that probably were like, what was you thinking about? Oh, but this motherfucker here, I have no sympathy for this. Because the name of the shit told you what the fuck it was. And then when she went to the hospital, they showed the pictures after they didn't use the acetone or whatever to get that shit, get the fucking glue off. This motherfucker had the George Jefferson shit. I'm sorry. I'm gonna fucking laugh. Because guess what? You knew better than this. You can't tell me this shit was like a surprise. Your lazy ass was out of, I can't believe it's not glue. Instead of going to the beauty supply store and getting the shit that you should be using, you done went in the kitchen under the damn sink where you keep all the fucking toxic aerosol cans or your garage and found some Gorilla Glue and said, oh, Gorilla Glue, I need to hold my shit down. Shh. You think I got sympathy for that shit? I was laughing my monkey ass off when I saw the pictures. She got the George Jefferson. That shit, all this right here, it like Home and the Clown. All this shit right here gone. I can't. I ain't got no sympathy for that shit. That shit gonna be funny to me. That shit gonna be funny. This was not an accident. You grabbed some shit that is not meant for your hair and sprayed the shit on your hair, and I'm supposed to act like you didn't do it. You wanted some attention, goddamn, and you got it. Because when you went on TikTok talking about that shit, you knew it was over. And now talking about, oh, you gonna sue Gorilla Glue. There are all kind of prohibitive words on the back of that can to tell ignorant ass people, look, do not use on a pet. Do not ingest this. And for the record, ingesting can be on the outside too, because you have pores on your head. Where your hair follicles are, it's fucking holes up here. That's how the hair comes out. So for Gorilla Glue girl who didn't know this, so your hair grows out your head, correct? So there are pores in your head, little holes that shit can get in there. So if you spray this shit in your head and you get fucking brain damage or something, that little indemnification clause on there, they ass is good. Because they told you do not ingest this. It don't mean putting it in your mouth and swallowing it. Ingesting can be inferred that you talk about the pores of your skin, in your nose, in your eyes, anywhere where it can be taken in your body internally. It ain't gotta be in your mouth. It could be pores, ears, eyes, nose, follicles of hair. You wasn't finna get shit. Them motherfuckers was laughing at your ass in corporate like, this silly motherfucker put some Gorilla Glue in her hair. She wanna sue us? I bet you them people, they probably shut the fucking plant down. Corporate was probably shut down because they had people fucking passing the fuck out from laughter about this shit. I know they'd have to send my ass home. I'd have been on LOA for laugh too goddamn hard. Like, fuck that shit. LOA for laughing too hard. Because you're a silly motherfucker. That shit's scary. There's people out there that actually do shit like that. So next on the I can't believe this shit happened, or what the hell was your mama thinking? So the rapper Lil Uzi Vert, yet again, something else that you think like, okay, I've seen some wild shit, like rappers and entertainers. People have done wild shit, especially like to their bodies, to just for whatever reason. This one here might be the backbreaker for me. Again, thought this was clickbait. I didn't think this was real. So this boy then got a $24 million pink diamond. I forgot what they call it. The damn thing is a little bit bigger than this, but it's oval shaped. And had that shit surgically input into his forehead. A $24 million diamond. That's first off. $24 million is a lot of money. And you had it surgically input into your forehead. So he got a whole I Dream of Jeannie shit right here in the middle of his forehead. Surgically, not glued there. That shit is, I don't know how it's attached to his skin, but the shit is in his forehead. First off, the doctor who did this, what kind of doctor is this? I need to figure out what kind of doctor can surgically implant jewelry into your damn skin. And is there any liability, or do you get waivers and shit signed by the patient that says, look, this shit is not safe. I'm telling you it's not safe. And just so you won't come back and sue me for malpractice, sign all this shit saying I'm not liable for nothing that happened to you after this goofy ass shit. Because that ain't no everyday shit you see. I ain't never seen no shit like that. This motherfucker took a $24 million diamond and had it surgically implanted to his head and just walk around. And people know that the diamond costs $24 million. I'm like, have you thought about being robbed? Because granted, you talking about diamond is implanted into the skin. Like you have this is your frontal lobe here. And you have a bone. All this is bone right here. Around your eye socket, that's all flat bone. So it's some kind of way hooked into the skin meat. So my question is, how hard is this shit to pull off? Because it's some hood motherfuckers like, this nigga got to be tripping. When I see him on sight, I'm robbing this motherfucker. $24 million diamond, somebody gonna try that. That was my first thing of, why would you put a $24 million diamond in your forehead? Maybe $1 million diamond. But what? You put an NBA contract on your forehead. And for what? Like, what was the purpose of what was you accomplishing with doing this? Like, there's no other rapper or nobody who did this. So you clearly in a league by yourself now, but I just want to know, like, what is the justification for doing this? Because it don't serve no purpose other than for people to look at you and like, look at this stupid motherfucker here. And this shit is real. Like, I kept seeing this story on YouTube. I'm like, wait a minute. Inserted a diamond. I had to see I was like, what y'all mean inserted a diamond in his forehead? I saw the video. I'm like, this motherfucker has a diamond wedged into his forehead. Sometimes people with a lot of money and too much time on their hand and no people in their corner to speak up and give them clear direction, that's some scary motherfucker right there. A lot of money and just too much time on your hand to think of shit to do with your money, that's dangerous. I don't know. I don't know, but that shit that was it's beyond believable that bullshit. I can't believe that shit. Um, so got a story for y'all. So we're gonna go back to I would say probably this had to be like 2005, 2006. 2004, 2006, somewhere in that vicinity, I guess it was the year in question. Yeah, I guess I rolled that. That sounded about right. So I was on this app, dating app. As I've told y'all before, I've done a lot of dating app things. So the way the app was set up, just like a lot of apps nowadays, you can see people, you can check on them, click flirt, whatever the case may be, to let the person know, hey, you saw them, hey, you look nice, cute, whatever. And, see if they respond, or you can send them a message. Different apps do different stuff. So I see this picture of this girl. Bad. One of the girls so bad it makes you ugly. Like, God damn, who's that motherfucker? One of them kind of girl. Like, she's so mad she make your ass ugly when you see them. I click on the thing to flirt or send a message, whatever the hell it was. Like I said, it was a long time ago. I can't remember how this shit worked, but it was basically something just like saying, hey, it's like, bro, I liked it. Never responded. That happens on dating apps. That's just part of it. It's just like any other life. Somebody could take your number and they never answer your call to call you back. It's just like regular life. So fast forward a little bit. A female, not long after that, reaches out to me. Chat on the app for maybe a week or so. Exchange numbers. We decided to meet and go out to eat. So they live way up, like, it was out like Loganville, like out that way. And I see that's far from me because I live in Southwest Atlanta at the time. So we's out Loganville area. So I go out there to pick her up. So in the process, so from talking to her, I know she lived with two females. They were her friends. So one of the females was going on a date that night with a guy she met, I guess, off the same site. And so they had me on speakerphone, and all three of them were talking, and they were asking me an opinion about the guy. So basically, the female I was going out with her friend was going to go out with this guy. Now the story with this guy was, they were telling me they wanted my advice on it. So dude was separated from his wife, but they weren't divorced yet. And they were like, well, Bo, what would you do in that instance? Should she wait? Should she go? How should she approach the situation if she liked the dude? I was like, well, that's always one of those things where if they're not legally divorced, you got to be prepared to possibly be the person on the outs. Because, see, they technically still married. And see, when you separated, you can always work on stuff, and then, you're not divorced, you're just separated. So they ain't legally single. So I was like, I wouldn't do it, because you could be left standing there holding the bag like stupid, and they didn't live happily ever after. So I was like, I ain't saying she shouldn't go out with him, but I would be very mindful of the fact that don't fall into the trap of this dude trying to like sweet talk you, and you start catching feelings and forget he got a whole wife that he's still married to. That was my advice, and I left it at that. So get to the house, pick up, my date. We roll out to a restaurant. Coincidentally, the roommate, so it's the roommate's house. Let me back that up. The roommate that going out with the dude that's still married, on their date, this is their first date. It's her house that they share. They end up coming to the same restaurant we at. So we've been there for a little second because he didn't come to get her, I guess, until a good little while after I had left picking with my date. So they So I guess she texted them like, where y'all at? And we said it. So she's like, oh yeah, we come there too. That sounds good. So we there, and they came in and speak to us um, before they go to their table. Yo, it's the same. I didn't. This is the first time me seeing her because the girl, she didn't come out the house when I picked up. I didn't go inside. My date came out. Yo, so the girl whose house it is, it's the same girl I had flirted with initially, who didn't respond before this female started talking to me. So I was like, oh, I remember her. I sent her a thing. I mean, I'm saying this to myself. I ain't telling my date that. I never told no shit like that because it didn't amount to nothing, so it wasn't to bring up. So I I stayed to myself like, oh, that's the one I had kind of sent the message to. At first, when I saw her, I was like, damn, she fine. And seeing her in person, I'm like, god damn, she's even better than the picture. I'm like, because you could see like top to bottom. I was like, whoo, that's a lucky dude right there. So, nevertheless, finished my date with the girl I'm with. We go over and speak before we leave. Like, all right, we out. You know, y'all have a good evening, whatever. So, fast forward to like a couple weeks after that. The girl I went out with, it's her birthday. And she invites me to the house because she says they're doing a cake for her and she wanted me to come over if I felt like it to celebrate with them. It's just the three of them at the house, and she invited me over as her guest to do the cake with them. I said, yeah, cool. So I leave, go over there, met the other roommate. The one who owns the house, she wasn't there when I got there. She was gone, I guess, to get the cake or whatever. But I met the other roommate who lived there. And, of course, the girl I was talking about, she was there. So we went in her room, and we sitting there talking. So the other roommate come back with the cake, and she, like, comes down the hall. She peeks her head in the door. She's like, hey. I was like, what's going on? She said, okay, girl, I got the cake. Give me a couple minutes to get it ready, and I'll let you know when y'all can come to the dining room. Cool. So I'm sitting on the floor room. She sitting on the bed or something. I don't know. We just talking. And so let me preface this now. So the roommate, the one whose house it is, who went to get the cake, she came back. She had on a sweatshirt and some jeans. Please remember this. This is where the story gets interesting. She had on sweatshirt and some jeans and some tennis shoes, I guess. So her and the other roommate go to do the cake while we still in the room talking. So they tell her, come on, we ready to do the cake. All right, so I follow behind her to go, because I don't know how the house is laid out, so I don't know where I'm going. So naturally, I'm going to be behind. So we going to do it in the dining room, sorry, big dining room table. So we were there. So sitting there, the roommate comes in, the one who just had on a sweatshirt and some jeans, she comes out with the cake. She got the same sweatshirt on. The jeans are no longer on. And I can't see what's under the shirt. So if you know how a sweatshirt fits or how it hangs on a woman, sweatshirts are not very long. They might be big, but unless you buy like a tall cut one, they're not long. She was short. Like she was like, I may give her 5'4", maybe 5'5". She's not tall at all. So because she's short, I know this sweatshirt is average length, which it was like right. If it was an inch below the ass cheeks, I would be surprised. So when she come in the kitchen, I just got all thighs in front of me in a sweatshirt, and I'm sitting there like, mind you, I'm there for the other girl. It's her birthday, so she the guest of honor. That's who I'm there to see. Now let me put it. She was cool. It wasn't really like a romantic vibe or nothing like that. She was just cool. She was a very sweet girl. So just spending time with good people. I didn't know where it was gonna go. It wasn't initially no like attraction like that on my part. She was just really nice. It's always good to meet nice people. But I'm just like thrown all off because the roommate is damn, in my mind, this is my mind now. I never could confirm this. She got on sweatshirt and panties because Ain't no shorts in the world that short, except boy shorts, and that's all in your ass. But she has on no kind of like shorts that you would go out the house in. So in my mind, she got panties on, and at best some boy shorts. And see, I automatically think about what women tell me, like the rules of when you share a house with a female and you got a male visitor. It's kind of unwritten rules like, hey, if I have company, just make sure don't come out the room not wearing clothes, or make sure you kind of covered up to be respectful of my company. That's what I'm thinking. Like, these seem like type of females that would be kind of like, what the hell you doing? Don't you see my company over here as a dude? Why you out here with your ass almost hanging out? So I was in a very precarious position because I was like, I'm trying to not think about these people. I'm really trying. But this girl, first off, the girl fine as shit. I told you that. I'm not gonna not tell you that. And you just had on clothes. Now, granted, I know all about somebody coming home and taking out clothes and getting comfortable. I get that. This situation is a little different, though, because you have company of the opposite sex in here that's here seeing one of your friends. You can't pull off your pants and walk around in your panties and a t-shirt and a sweatshirt or t-shirt or whatever you want to call it. So all the time we having cake time and they be telling funny stories and joking. I'm up here engaging and laughing, and I keep trying to figure out, is this motherfucker trying to flirt with me? Because in my mind, I don't. And the crazy part is, the girl I was there with doesn't seem like she missed a beat. It's like she never looked funny. She never looked like she was upset with the girl. She never looked like she had a problem with it. She was just kind of kiki. And I'm sitting there like, okay, this some setup shit, ain't it? Because normally a female would be a little bit indifferent about that whole situation of, you just had clothes on, girl. Now you come out damn near with your ass hanging out, and I got company. What you doing? That never happened. So I'm thinking, maybe they tested me to see if I'm going to be disrespectful and be like looking or trying to look. I don't know. I just know at that point, I didn't know what to think or do. I was just trying to stay focused and keep my mind on the prize. But I could not help because this motherfucker kept jumping up. I'm like, shit. I'm like, the fuck? Weirdest shit ever. Like, I know it's your house. And see, when somebody is the person who owns the house, they can usually do what they want to. It's their house. Even though you stay there and y'all friends, ultimately, that's their house. If that's what they want to do to feel comfortable, unless y'all split the house 3 ways evenly and ain't no one owner, then can you confront that person like that? And be like, can you go put some goddamn clothes on? I got company of opposite sex over me. You just got all your stuff hanging out. I didn't know what to think. I have never seen no shit like that before in my life, and I was really trying to understand and work my way through. Like, is this a test? Is this her way of flirting with me? Like, she didn't see me? I'm not being conceited, but I don't know what this shit ain't normal. When you have somebody come in the house and they know it's opposite sex company in the house with somebody else, you don't normally take more clothes off, don't you? Don't you stay what you got on? Or you might get something comfortable, but you still covered decently. Again, this girl had a sweatshirt on, and I couldn't see nothing else underneath it. So I'm saying panties and at best some boy shorts. And if they had boy shorts on, I couldn't even see them. I'm like, I'm sure she got some on underneath there. She got to have some on, but when I tell you that shirt was well above mid-thigh, I mean, it was it might have been an inch below the coochie. Because where her thigh stopped, clearly I could be like, okay, her waist is about right. So I can kind of do the whole little scale shit. Like, even in school, you had that little scale thing on the map where it show you, hey, this many little blocks is 5 meters or 5 miles. So I'm looking at that shit like this, like, okay, so it's right by the box. Then I was like, why this girl come out here with the damn near monkey hanging out looking at me? I'm like, to this day, I never understood what the fuck that was about. But when I tell you I wasn't mad when I left, I was confused. I was confused for sure, but I was not mad. I was in the car like, God damn, I'm in my mind trying to play that jump back like a damn digital camera where you got the damn video, the chip. I'm like, oh nigga, rewinding in my phone. Oh, damn. Shit was great. Shit was great. Yeah. That one there was an interesting one that I shall not soon forget, but that was an interesting one. But nevertheless, I'm one of them dudes that think about shit like that because it's something deeper at work here, and I'm like, this ain't just about comfort. I have a good sixth sense. This has more to do with anything else than comfort. Because I know the rules when females share a house and it's some company of the opposite sex in there, you don't come out half naked. At least that's how I was always made to understand that, you know, my roommate, put a robe on it. Oh no, that shit was crazy though. Crazy. So, nevertheless, yeah, Valentine's Day, fellas, don't fuck up. You cannot fuck up on birthdays and Valentine's Day. Any other day of the year, you could probably work your way out of that, but you don't have them 2 days off. That's when you got to come with your A game. You got to come with your A game. You can't. This ain't no regular. Let's go bowling and go get some eating. Well, let me not say that. Some females are no frills. They just want to spend time with their man. They might not be used to that whole frou shishi. We go into an expensive restaurant. That just might not be what they used to, and they might be cool with the bowling and going to get food. Ain't nothing wrong with that. If that's y'all thing, do what makes you happy. It ain't nothing to live up to. But I know a lot of women, even if they don't do that on a regular basis, or they don't go to fancy stuff on a regular basis, they expect that kind of stuff on Valentine's Day. So don't be misled, fellas, to think because you take your woman certain places the rest of the year, that can fly on Valentine's Day. That's your day to prove why you got your spot. To keep her engaged in you, to keep that relationship viable. Because if you come with some weak stuff where it's like you ain't put no thought preparation into it, like, oh, buddy, it might be one more single woman in Atlanta come the morning time. But see, you resting on the comfort of, oh, well, she like doing the stuff like this, so we just gonna go do this. Yeah, that's the stuff she like doing just any old other average day. Valentine's Day is not an average day, bro. That's the day that's like the day you go renew your license. So you just don't walk up in the fucking DMV, say, hey, I'm here to get a new license, they give you one. No, nigga, you gotta do shit, you gotta take the vision test. They ask you to make sure all the shit right on you. You just can't walk up in there and get your license recertified. You gotta like do at least some shit, like you made an effort to make sure you can drive and not have no problem. So don't get yourself in trouble trying to be a smart ass. Talking about, I know my woman, she don't want to do all that stuff. Oh, okay. Don't hang your ass single next Valentine's Day talking about you knew your woman. I'm telling you right now, I know a whole lot of women, and you don't be bullshitting on Valentine's Day. Some of them expect a lot. Some of them don't expect that much, but they expect something, and something not the norm. And not the norm. I ain't saying rent a damn helicopter and fly around the city of Atlanta, no shit like that. But be forward thinking. Like, what something y'all don't do normally that's like thoughtful. Go do something like that. It ain't got to be expensive. It ain't got to be massive. She just wants to feel special. And know that you care enough to take time to think about her, to make plans and arrangements, to do stuff that you don't normally do. That's all they really want, is for you to think and be logical with what you're doing on that holiday. A lot of times, some of the best Valentine's Day women have ever had, The dude didn't have to spend a lot of money, but he thought through the stuff that she liked that would touch her, that would really speak emotionally to her. And it might not have been, expensive stuff. It could have been stuff he just knows, yo, she loves it. She loves this movie. She loves going to this place. She loves when I do this for her. It could be like a little day of bay gifts. It's bay gifts. That's what we could call them. It may not be something like you can actually touch a hole. It may be you doing stuff that she just loves and she just eats up. Like a nice foot massage. You cooked her dinner. You wrote her a love letter. Simple shit. Women are not that complex. When I'm talking about the emotional commitment they want from their man, they don't want that much from you. If you love them and all that stuff, it's not a whole lot you have to do to actually convey that to them. You just can't assume they know it and just be like, oh, baby, I ain't get you nothing, I ain't do nothing. And just think, oh, well, we're in love. Why are you just... Nigga, you finna be single. You have to make an attempt to do something. And I'm not saying do something for the sake of doing it. Do something that will touch her emotionally. And every woman is different. That's why they get different, because this one might like, a poem or a letter you wrote to her. This one might like the fact that you pampered her. This one might like the fact. It's just different stuff for different women. But the commonality is you thought about it. It was relative to the person and it touched them. It ain't no one end all that each woman. I could say, hey, all women love jewelry. That's not the case. Some women don't like jewelry. Some women don't even wear jewelry. So if you don't know your woman like jewelry, you go out and buy a damn tennis bracelet or something. She ain't never worn jewelry since y'all been together. You wouldn't got her a piece of jewelry. Chances are she probably ain't gonna wear that shit. She'll probably wear it because you bought it. But in her mind, she's like, why did he buy me jewelry? He know I don't wear jewelry. Like, why did he knows I like stuff like that? You trying to like monetize the gift to make it seem like how much you spent was the value. And really, it's the whole thought behind it is what they love. You are logical with your thinking. Hey, baby, I don't wear jewelry. Oh, I bought you a damn piece of jewelry. Well, clearly that was the dumbest thing you could have done. Baby, I made you a lobster dinner. Baby, I'm allergic to shellfish and seafood. You know that, motherfucker. Motherfucker, you know your girl is allergic to lobster and shellfish and seafood. Why the fuck would you make a lobster dinner? Did you just start dating this motherfucker yesterday? You don't know this motherfucker will break out if she had goddamn eat seafood? And your bright ass decided to make a whole seafood dinner. Not thinking, people. Shit ain't that hard. But nevertheless. It's been from the Mind of Bo. I'm out. Have a beneficial, safe, hopefully, holiday where you can stay your ass together. Some people might be cleaning house come Valentine's Day. That shit can happen. I expect some people it will happen. Valentine's Day sometimes is the end of the road. It's the straw that break the camel back. Like your relationship already on life support and you fuck up like, I'm done. And this is men and women. I ain't just saying it's women. It's men too. Like, I can't. This motherfucker can't be satisfied with nothing. I'm out. So, Mind the Bo, front of Mind the Bo. You know what it is. Follow, share, subscribe. Yo, everybody, I'm trying to get this viewership up. I appreciate all my followers, all my new followers. I appreciate the hell out of the comments. Thank you for engaging. Please continue to message me, comments, talk about the episodes, tell me if it's subjects you want me to address. I love all the engagement. Please continue to pump this show. Trying to make a big go at it. It's been going on 3 years now. So, ebbs and flows, strides are small, but I appreciate all the support. As I said, click the subscribe button. You get notifications when new shows come out. Please continue to comment on the shows. Tell me what you think. Again, you can find it on YouTube channel. The audio is on anchor.fm. If you have the app, anchor.fm. You can also find it on podcasts such as Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify. I think it's on Stitcher as well. So please continue to follow. Instagram is From the Mind of Bo, same name as the show. Please go in there and follow the Instagram. I post things I see. I notify when new shows are coming out, things like that. So please continue to support and please share it. If you know somebody who you think might enjoy my show, laugh. I'm here to make people laugh. I'm here to give people, thought provoking thoughts and just my crazy ass way of looking at life and things like that. I'm sitting my lonely ass in the house on a Friday night because I ain't got nobody. I'm single, so again, the pressure's off on this Valentine's Day. But I got love for y'all. Peace.